What's up guys, and welcome to another edition of Franco's Feast. I'm here at Eat 17 in Bishop Stortford, but what am I doing? I'm taking on the Petrucci's double pizza and calzone challenge. Now, what does it comprise of? Two 16-inch pizzas, you can choose any of the toppings of the menu, and the calzone, cheese, tomato and one of your choice of fillings. Let's see how I get on. Da, da, da. So guys, I'm here at Petrucci's in Eat 17 with John, the owner of Petrucci's. So John, obviously taking on the pizza challenge and calzone challenge, but before I go into it, can you tell me a bit more about Petrucci's?
Yeah, sure. Well, we've been in Eat 17 for about 6.5 years now. Okay. And my idea was always just to bring the best quality pizza that possible to the masses, really. So very natural, 4 ingredient, flour, yeast, salt and water. No additives, no preservative, very digestible. All our pizza is 72-hour approved dough, so we always work like 3 days ahead. Yeah. And you'll find that after one of our pizzas, you won't be bloated, which will be good for your food challenge.
That's always good for food challenges.
Yeah, so you'll feel fine after. On this pizza we have mozzarella, tomato, and we have our Bolognese sauce on both of these with parmesan. Very tasty. Yeah, so I think you'll enjoy it actually.
Fantastic. Well, what more could you ask for? I'm really looking forward to this challenge, and John, he's given a fantastic rundown of Petrucci's. Let's see how I get on. John, it's been a pleasure. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Good luck.
3, 2, 1. So there we had John give me a quick run through of the history, the venue, the menu, and also what I was about to take on. As you can see, I've opted for 2 Bolognese, also an advice of Max vs Food and Nick of Lifting Weights Cleaning Plates. That would go down slightly easier, but also at the same time I wanted something equally as delicious, and I've got to say, these pizzas and the calzone were phenomenal. Already just over a minute in and making light work of the pizza. I think while it was still warm, it was quite easy to get down. But keep on watching and see what happens. What you guys don't see in front of me was that there were families, there were couples enjoying like an evening out, and then I roll up and start doing a challenge. Some people have never seen a food challenge, so it was an experience to everyone involved. Obviously you can see to my right, many people were here. And obviously where I sat had John behind me cooking his famous pizzas. It was a great place to be sat as well. So just because I was doing a challenge doesn't mean that business should be disrupted. Business still needs to go ahead, challenges need to happen, that's life. So just a few minutes in and already making light work of the first pizza. I think I noticed as the pizza was getting colder, the dough was getting harder to bite through, and it was taking me longer to work through. It's definitely not the biggest challenge I've taken on, and it's probably the one with the most dough that I've ever had to take on. As you can see, just a few minutes in, near the end of the first pizza. Looking forward to the second pizza already. So I keep on looking at the monitor. This was actually the first time I went live on Facebook, so I keep on looking on there, and there's a few comments, a few people that are tuning in to see the Facebook Live, so every now and again I check up to see what kind of comments I'm receiving and how I'm looking on the Facebook Live. And there you have it, I'm actually using a fork to take in all the food as well, or taking in the last remains. Which I've tended to shy away with some of the challenges. I've tended just to use my hands, but I'm moving back to the fork. So I made light work of the first pizza, moving on to the second one. I think looking back at the challenge, I probably should have done the first pizza, moved on to the calzone. I think the cheese solidified quite a lot in the calzone and made that quite a bit harder. But keep a look out and see what happens. You may see this guy in the background of some of Max vs Foods videos when he's done some of his challenge at Eat 17. A regular customer at Eat 17 by the looks of it. So yeah, as we were progressing through the challenge, the cheese definitely was getting colder. The dough was probably getting a bit harder at this stage, probably taking me longer than I expected. So every now and again you see John checking on the time, checking on the challenge, whilst he receives his online orders and customer orders from the Eat 17 customers. Fantastic venue, like I said. If you've not seen many of the other challenges from many other of the eaters, do go and check them out. If you're ever in the area, please do go down and check out Eat 17's vast array of amazing food. I've got to say, if you've seen some of my challenges, the graphics that are used are amazing, and it just adds to it from my opinion. What do you think about the graphics on the side of the screen when I do my challenges? So there you have it. I've got some of my friends that have turned up to give me some additional napkins. You can't be without your trusty napkins. So prior to taking on the Petrucci's Pizza Challenge, I made sure to check out many of the famous eaters and how they decided to choose their strategy for taking on other pizza challenges. I think some of that worked. I sort of devised my own strategy, as you'll see as I get through like this amazing array of food in front of me. I think you'll see that I'm well within the time limit. Moving on to the calzone. Let's see how I'll get on. So in the background you might see Jimmy. Jimmy is the owner of Lucha Libre. And also in the background you just saw Will. Will has also participated in one of my videos in 10 Stack Burger. So if you haven't seen that, please do go check it out. Will does definitely love a challenge, and I'm sure he'll collaborate with me in another video quite soon. So I'm quite close to finishing. I think I can sense victory. But yeah, like I mentioned, the dough and the cheese are definitely solidifying and probably getting quite cold and making it slightly harder than I expected at this stage. But once again, it's not the hardest of challenges. Definitely not by volume or size. But yeah, I'm quite close to finishing. Just making use of the sauces. So guys and girls, when you go out for pizza, what's your favourite topping? If I'm taking on any future pizza challenges, what would you like me to take on? I think at this stage, still within a time limit, I'm starting to get quite slow, and I was kind of angry at myself just how slow things were going. I think if I ever take on any more pizza challenges, it's definitely a learning point for me here. So I can definitely sense victory in my sights. Fantastic challenge, fantastic food. I keep on saying that throughout this video, but it really is second to none. Amazing pizza. And John's standing behind me throughout, making sure that I'm happy with my food. John, my friend, I've definitely got to say I'm very happy with the food that you presented me throughout this challenge today. So at this stage I decided to stand up. No particular reason. Not because there wasn't any room in my stomach. I just felt like standing up. You can see John in the background continuing to check how I'm getting on. So once again, I'm definitely making use of the liquids. Like I said, as I've gone on with these challenges, I've seemed to have got a liking for Coke Zero. No idea where that's come from, but I'm switching between water, Coke Zero, back and forth to help me get through the challenges. Not necessarily for a change in flavour, because I just, for some reason, like Coke Zero at the moment. One of the things I've noticed about Petrucci's pizzas is just how good they are. And this is saying something. They're probably the best pizza I've tasted in the UK, and that's saying something coming from a family of Italians. So I fast forwarded the video, but as you can see, I'm still continuing through this challenge. It's taken me longer than I expected. I don't know why. I'm going to take away some tips for this, and any other pizza challenges, like I said, going to continue to work on my techniques, my strategy, in order to devour all these fantastic pizzas around the country. So a bit of strategy there, making sure that I get rid of the final box and put the remaining calzone into the remaining dish. And I continue to check out what's happening on the Facebook Live. You can see John covered in flour, keeping a lookout on me, making sure that I'm happy with the food and making sure that you can see me when I complete the challenge. By this stage, I think it's obvious to myself and obviously you guys watching that I've slowed down, but I'm obviously going to complete it. So there you have it, challenge completed, 2 pizzas, calzone, absolutely phenomenal. Happy to have taken this down. Thank you very much.
It's one of the best pizza around.
Cheers guys.
Okay. It's one of the best pizza in this country, I've got to say.
Thank you so much.
I've got to say, I've travelled quite a lot around Italy. It's one of the best pizza in this country.
Thank you so much.
No worries at all. No worries at all. Thank you very much, John.
So there you have it guys, I completed the challenge. You'll have to wait to see what the time is in the full video. But yeah, I've taken it down.